Arlynn here. Welcome back to my Country Craft Corner. How in the world are you guys doing today? It is so good to see you again, and thank you so much for stopping back by to see what I'm up to. And what I'm up to today is I'm going to be doing a little bit of a car chit chat. On my way first to lunch with Chris, we're going to Arby's today because Arby's is on this side of town. And then I'm going to go get my nails done, which is also on this side of town. We did not have time to go to Longhorn, and we like to eat lunch early, if I'm honest, because that is our habit, you know. And let me get out here on the road, or out here. I'm still in my neighborhood, and I'm following Chris. Chris is in front of me in our Outback, and I'm in my. A lot of you have asked me what my car is. It is a Sonata hybrid, and I love it. I love the hybrid. Don't talk to me about electric cars. We're not even going to go there. But the hybrid is a good compromise. Anyway, so I'm getting my nails done today. I think I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them yet. I'm not sure. I think I want to go to a pinky red since we're going to be starting in with Christmas, although I don't want to do like a Christmas design or anything like that on them, so it's a little early for that. So we'll see what I do. But anyway, I do have 3 questions here that you guys have asked me, and I will attempt to answer them. And I'm excited to do this. I don't do a lot of question and answers anymore. I used to do them all the time, but I guess I've answered all y'all's questions. I did want to let you know that I will be working on some footage that Chris and I took yesterday as we went up into Skyline Drive again. I do have some different footage. We went a different direction on Skyline Drive this time, and it's the leaves were at peak, you guys. It was absolutely stunning, absolutely positively stunning. So we got some good pictures and a little bit of commentary for sure. So I'll try to get that up sometime pretty soon. Not sure if I'll get this up. This is Thursday, so I'm not sure if I'll get this up today or tomorrow morning, but you know, we'll see what's what this afternoon. I'm not sure what we've got going on this afternoon. It's just crazy busy. You know, my life is always crazy busy. What can I say? Which is the way I like it. And I'm so grateful that I'm able to go like a house on fire and do something every day. And you'll hear me commentate a little bit at the end of the video that I'll put up this weekend about how fortunate we feel to still have our health and to be able to do things like we have been doing and to travel like we do. You know, I feel so fortunate. And I'm going to take advantage of every travel opportunity that we can do and day trips like that. Anyway, let's get with my questions here. So let's see. First one, I've got to make sure, I want to be careful here, you guys. I'm in my neighborhood. A lot of people walk their dogs and their babies and all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to wait till I come to a stop to read you the first question. All right. I hope y'all are doing all right today. It's a beautiful day here in Virginia. It started out cold this morning. It was only 39 degrees. Goodness gracious. This morning, it's already gone up to about 58. We're supposed to get up to 70 today, but we're supposed to have some days in the 30s next week. So, you know. So I don't know whether you can see out the windows, but even here in Spotsylvania County, the leaves are really starting to turn, and it seems like it's a different landscape. You know, every morning when we wake up, it's something different. You know, it looks different. It seems like they change overnight. It's crazy. Okay, my first question is from I have my glasses on my head. Susan Murphy. You could open a decor store. She was talking about, I guess, when I was purging. Quick question. Do your daughters have your passion for decorating like you do? Love your videos and your warm personality. Oh, thank you so much, Susan. I would say that they do not have the passion for decorating like I do. They have the ability. They absolutely have the ability, and they are both gifted in their own rights with whatever they put their hands to, put their minds to. They're both very smart girls. Thank God for their dad's brain, you know. And maybe their little bit of creativity and, you know, coming from their mama a little bit, and their daddy too. Chris is super creative. He's not your typical, you know, engineer, you guys. Honestly, he is so very talented on so many levels. You know, I will say he's quiet like most engineers that I've met, but he's a Mr. Fix-It. He's kind. He's you know, very talkative when he gets to know you, and he's more comfortable with his, you know, the people that he's around. But he is quiet. I mean, he is a quiet fella. I am not. I talk enough for both of us. Goodness knows. So, but anyway, you know, again, I wouldn't say that my girls have the passion for decorating. Most definitely not. They're too busy in their jobs. You know, they both work. And I have to say, when I was their age, I wasn't as passionate about my decorating, although I was more passionate than they are, but I wasn't as passionate. You know, when I was running around with the two of them, goodness gracious, that's all I did. That was my life, was running with my children, you know, and I volunteered, and I wouldn't have had it any other way. Don't dare get me wrong. I wouldn't have had it any other way. I loved my life at that time. I loved being able to be a help to their teachers and to them and to whomever else came across my track. You know, I was always willing to help, and so on and so forth. So, okay, there we go. I'm stopped. So I'm going to go ahead and read number 2. Another great video, Arlynn. Aren't they all? This is from Mr. Fleabee. Yeah. Honestly, you have such an engaging personality that I think I speak for all of us when I say we enjoy watching anything you do. Such a sweet comment. Thank you so much. And just truly enjoy spending time with you. So yes, I would enjoy seeing your scarf collection. I'll get back to that. Your chit chat and commentary is like visiting a close friend. Oh, honestly, I think we would watch you dust your house. Seriously though, I do have a question for your next Q&A or card chit chat. With the holidays coming up, have you given any thought as to how you might maneuver through them while still losing weight? So much of the holidays is centered around food and celebrating with food. I have been losing slowly like yourself, but I have a real weakness when it comes to when the holidays come around. So much comfort and enjoyment is attached to the familiar foods and treats that I have always enjoyed. I know I'm going to have to make your peanut butter fudge again this year, but I'm really going to try to make better choices this year. So I was wondering if this has crossed your mind and what your strategy might be. Happy belated birthday. We love you. Well, I love you too. And I have given it some thought, and I've already gone through one, you know, Thanksgiving and Christmas round last year. You know, I was on this eating journey last year, and the way I maneuvered it then and the way I plan on maneuvering it now, I'm a little crooked, sorry about that, you guys, is that I'm just going to try to make good choices, and I'm not going to eat through the entire season. For instance, I'm going to give myself leeway to eat on Thanksgiving Day, but I'm not going to give myself leeway to have a piece of pumpkin pie or a pecan pie or this or that or the other thing for 2 or 3 or 4 days after Thanksgiving Day. You know what I mean? I will definitely splurge on Thanksgiving Day and have a piece of pie or I make a pumpkin dream bars, which is kind of like a pumpkin cheesecake. Really good. And I don't know that I've ever done that one on camera. Maybe that's a recipe for us this year. I don't know. But I do make that usually. And so I might have a piece of that. You know, I might splurge and have some mashed potatoes, you know, and some gravy, you know, with my turkey. But I won't do the plate full of leftovers for days on end every day. You know, I'll go back to my salad and my, you know, I might have turkey as my protein and my green beans or whatever Candace's green beans, whoever makes them this year, you know, that kind of thing for the leftovers. So for Christmas, I will not indulge. I'll make my peanut butter fudge because everybody loves my peanut butter fudge. And if I don't make my peanut butter fudge, everybody might divorce me from my family, you know, so, but I also have to be cognizant that there, you know, that there are people in the family who don't need to be eating my peanut butter fudge, and that all of us are getting older and all of us are making better choices with our eating habits, so I might make a batch or two, sit it out on, Christmas Eve, and I may have a piece or two, but that's something I can resist. I'm not I love it, but because I know in my head, remember y'all, this is a battle of the brain, this is a battle with your brain. Just say to yourself going into it, okay, you can have a piece of fudge, or you can have a piece of whatever your favorite thing is, or a handful of, say, caramel corn, which is one of my favorites, or whatever. But then don't go beyond that. Don't go eating it for days on end throughout the entire season. I can't do that, you guys. I just can't do it. It's just too much, and yes, I want a taste of something, but it's more important to me. It's more important to me to stay on my eating journey, to stay on my diet, so to speak, than it is to have that piece of fudge, or to have that piece of cheesecake, or to have that handful of caramel corn. It's much more important to me to continue on my journey and to continue to watch my weight come off, slow as it is. It is going off so slow right now, y'all. So slow, but that's okay. And as we all have agreed, the slower you lose it, the better. So that's the way I'm going to maneuver through the holiday season. I'm at a stoplight here. By just making good choices, and by wrapping my brain around, no, you're not going to overeat. No, you're not going to overindulge. You are going to enjoy the holidays and enjoy the fellowship of your family and whomever else you might see, and not gonna base my good times around food, which I have so many times in the past, So that's how I'm gonna do it. Alrighty, I am almost to Arby's. We're going to Arby's, and I'm going to have and I'm going to save the last question for my trip home. I'm going to have me I get a classic roast beef sandwich, hold the bread. I have them hold the bread. Don't give me any bread. And I do get, Chris and I share curly fries, and I will have 4 or 5 curly fries. I really do. So I do allow myself to have, a little bit of something now and again. So this is a little bit of a treat. And when we want a little bit of a treat, we go to Arby's, because I love Arby's and I love their roast beef. So that's what I'm going to have. And I really love their Reuben more than I love their roast beef, but I don't want the cheese. I don't need all that extra on the Reuben, Also, I think that the corned beef, I feel like it's more salty, and I don't need all that sodium, so I'm careful about every aspect of what I eat, so anyway, these are my nails now, as you guys have seen, for 3 weeks. It has been 3 weeks today since I went and had my nails done, and so I will come back whenever I get my nails finished, and I'll come back and chit chat with you some more, show you my nails, and we'll answer this last question. All right, okay, I'll be back in just the snap of a finger for y'all. Here we come into Arby's. Yum, 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 yum. Thank you, sir. Yes, Chris opens the door for me all the time. Here we are. All right. Okay, you guys, here I am out of my nail place, and Miss Van did a wonderful job. Again, look at these, they're so pretty. I had asked her to do just the flower on half of the nail, so she took a whole flower that kind of looks like a poinsettia and cut it in half, and which is apropos because I am going to be starting to decorate for Christmas next week. So not that I need to walk around with Christmassy nails quite yet, but they look like flowers to me. They're so pretty. And then she put, as you all saw probably, she put the red dots on it and the little she just did a phenomenal job. I absolutely love them, and the color is such a classic red. I want to say the number is 431 for those of you who go get your nails done. I don't know whether they use the same products, of course, and I want to say it's raspberry or cherry red. This might be the cherry red, and I'll type up there which one it is. So I love it. I absolutely love it. She did a great job. For those of you in the area, I'll let you know I go to Glitter Nails, and Van, V-A-N, Van is my nail tech, and she is superb, absolutely superb. If you decide, anybody local here, that you want to go to Van, please, 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 please call in advance to make an appointment. She is a busy, busy, busy lady. I just made my appointments from now. Got 2 more before Thanksgiving. So I made one for 3 weeks, and then the next one after that is like about 2.5 weeks to get me right before Thanksgiving. So, you know, do call in advance. But anyway, I'm coming to a stop, so let me answer this question, or read this question that I've got. This is from Lois Trembirth 1466. Happy birthday, Arlynn. I'm a couple months younger than you. I need to lose weight or I will be put on high blood pressure tablets. Have you found weight loss helps with aches in the back, knees, or neck? I am looking for extra motivation. You have done so well. Thank you so much, Lois, and thank you, Mr. Fleeby, and thank you, Susan Murphy, for all of your questions. Thank you guys so much for these questions. I love answering your questions. Sorry if I'm crooked again. Oh my goodness. So anyway, I really never had high blood pressure before. Do you believe that? I never did. As obese as I was, I never had a problem with high blood pressure or high cholesterol or any thyroid problems. Yeah, I'm just lucky that way, I guess. I really am very lucky. So, but I am sure that losing the weight has helped. It had to have helped. It had to have helped. I can't lose 87 pounds and for it not to have helped. Physically, yes, absolutely. I do still tweak my back sometimes, but not as often as before. My knee is much improved. And I never really had neck problems, but whatever aches and pains I did have, I just don't have as much anymore. Now, that's not to say that I go through every day skipping down the street. I surely don't. I'm 62, I'm arthritic, and I definitely have days when I've overdone it the day before where I need to take a day and just rest. But losing the weight has certainly helped me recover quicker. You know what I mean? It's definitely helped, absolutely helped. So I encourage you. I'm doing this, you know, every day. Just know that I'm working on this every day. I still have, like I say, about 40-ish more pounds to lose. And Lord willing, I will live long enough to lose that weight. I'm losing it so slow though, it's going to take me years. It's not going to be a quick weight loss, and that's okay. The slower we lose it, we all know the slower we lose it, the easier it will be to keep off, you know, and that's my goal, is to lose my weight for the last time in my life. I never want to have to fight this battle every day like this again, even though I know it's going to be a battle to maintain my weight. And in fact, it might be harder to maintain my weight than it is to be on this weight loss journey. That's where I've faltered throughout the years. I've managed to get so much weight off, and then, I give up, and then I gain weight again. This is the first time that I've had a sustained weight loss and have really been maintaining and losing and maintaining and losing. And I'm just so grateful that I've been able to stay the course. And I've got this motorcycle coming up on my rear end. Look at this guy. I hope he doesn't get hurt. I tell you, I'm going 61 and a 55 miles an hour. I'm just gonna let him go by. That kind of thing. Chris is a motorcycle rider, and if he saw that, he would be like, look, kid, and I can tell it's a young kid. Slow down, But anyway, as far as everything is better, mentally, physically, emotionally, I am so much better. I'm just a happier lady, and I'm a more comfortable lady. I'm more comfortable in my own skin, figuratively and definitely. I mean, in the physical, I'm not worried that people are going to look. I was very, very heavy, you guys. I was very, very heavy, and I was embarrassed. I'm just going to say it. I was embarrassed of how heavy I was, and that's just me being raw and honest with you guys. I always am that way. But I mean, you don't want to ever feel that way, but I did. I felt that way. And now not that anybody ever made me necessarily feel that way, but I felt it within my own person, So, and if I'm not honest about things like that, then how can I ever, with myself, how can I ever be honest with y'all, So, yeah, I'm much, 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 much improved in every single way. So, but anyway, that's all the questions that I had. If you have any more, feel free to ask. Although I will tell you guys, I'm going to be gearing up to deconstruct my fall, and then we are going to start into my Christmas decorating next week sometime. I hope, anyway. That is if nothing comes up. You never know what life. Life will bring. I just hope and pray that I'm able to get everything deconstructed. And also, can you please move over? I'm just going to give up with these people today. Well, we call this portion of the road here that I'm on the racetrack. It's always terrible. The traffic here is always terrible. It's like a traffic jam here, for goodness sakes. But anyway, I'm going to be putting up, after this video, in a couple of days, I'll put up my, the video of us up in the mountains. And then the next thing you'll see is probably me deconstructing fall. Now, y'all, I don't know when that will happen next week. I just don't know. It just depends on how busy we get and if we have to go anywhere, if we choose to go anywhere. But that will be the next one. And then we'll start in probably on my mantle, is where we'll start, where we always start. Every decorating series is right on my mantle. So that's probably what we'll do. And hopefully I'll be able to get at least one Christmas video up next week. I hope, But that's it for this one. I'm in a traffic jam, so I've got a ways to go before I get home. But I'm going to shut down so I don't go over my 30-minute mark. I really do try to keep my videos 30 minutes or less. I know I do go over sometimes, so. But let me go into my final words and say, I hope all is well with everyone. For those of you who might be struggling or suffering with a catastrophic illness or chronic pain, I hope that you have someone there with you, taking care of you, helping you get through each day, making the very, very best out of each day. I hope there's nothing weighing on your minds or your hearts, pulling your attention away from where you want it to be or from where it should be. I love y'all to bits, to bits, to bits. Hugs all around, and I keep you in my thoughts and my prayers every single day. And with all that said, I'll just say, until next time, y'all take good care. Bye-bye.